Alright, Chernobyl episode 3. Let's see how they end up dealing with this nuclear disaster, or if they even do it. So they got wind-up torches as well, that's good. That was smart bringing those. It's gotta be pumping more radiation through your blood, eh? Using those torches to wind and shit, because your blood pressure would go up from there, right? Looks like they got a good distance to travel in there. It's nuts that they got their soldiers so close to that door that they had to enter, eh?
Is it possible that the water has already killed them?
Yes.
Then what? If it doesn't work?
Oh, they're just going lower and lower. I mean, the Japanese did this about 10 years ago, eh? When that tsunami hit the Fukushima nuclear plant. They had people that volunteered to do this as well. Oh, there's some deep radiated water. Suppose it doesn't matter though, does it? They're already dead as soon as they entered it, so. Have you noticed how red everyone's faces are getting? They would be so radioactive too.
I'm here to see my husband, Vasily Ignatenko. He's a firefighter from Chernobyl. I have permission.
Chernobyl? I'm sorry, no visitors.
Well, but Major Burov told me. He said...
No exceptions.
Right, what? No way she's taking a bribe. That's so scummy.
Excuse me. Excuse me.
Who are you? What are you doing here?
I have a pass.
You can't be here. It's not safe.
I am here to see my husband, Vasily Ignatenko. He's a firefighter from Chernobyl.
I know who Ignatenko is, but you can't.
I have permission.
He's probably slowly dissolving in his hospital bed, eh? Another bribe.
You can see him for 30 minutes. Not a minute more. And you cannot touch him in any way. Do you understand?
Unless this lady has a bit of a heart, eh?
Thank you.
You're not pregnant, are you?
No.
Gotta be super radioactive to be asking you those questions, eh?
Easy, it's okay. Oh, okay. Yeah, okay.
Must be taking the radiation levels in the atmosphere, right?
How did this happen? Who gave them the idea?
You're suggesting ideas?
Someone did. Someone decided that the evacuation zone should be 30 kilometers when we know here, Cesium-137 in the Gomel district, that's 200 kilometers away.
It was decided.
Based on what?
I don't know.
Still leaving a lot of people in that danger zone, eh?
I've just spent too much time in my lab. Or maybe I'm just stupid. Is this really the way it all works? An uninformed, arbitrary decision that will cost who knows how many lives made by some apparatchik, some career party man?
What?
There's a spike in zirconium-95. It's from the cladding on the fuel rods.
Meaning what?
The meltdown has begun.
It's the 2 or 3 days they had before that big boom, man. But didn't those guys go under there to stop that? That was what their whole purpose was, right? Was to drain the tank.
Stop moving! Get off him! You're hurting him!
Oh, look at his skin.
What's happening to him? Get out!
Dying from radiation, mate. What a shit way to die. Your whole body turned into like liquid and stuff. The Russians poisoned the dude a few years back, eh? And didn't they make him drink some radioactive substance and he died within like a week or two? That was in Britain, right? He told them too, he said it was the Russians that poisoned me.
The situation inside the core is deteriorating faster than anticipated. The concrete pad will last for 6 to 8 weeks, but after that, Legasov estimates a 50% chance that the fuel will breach the pad and melt down into the groundwater itself.
I wonder how they eat through concrete.
Yeah, and where does this groundwater go?
Concrete's bloody hard. And depending on how thick that platform is.
The primary water supply for approximately 50 million people, not to mention crops and livestock, would be unusable. We're recommending we install a heat exchanger under the pad to lower the core temperature and halt the meltdown. And in order to do that, I'm told that we will need all of the liquid nitrogen in the Soviet Union.
Gotta do what you gotta do.
All right.
Yeah, and of course we'll also need...
Whatever you need, you have it. That should be clear
Yes.
by now. Anything else?
No. Thank you.
Yeah.
Good dude.
To address the 30-kilometer exclusion zone.
Wait, Professor Legasov, is that you? What exclusion zone?
Minor details, General Secretary. Premier Ryzhkov has determined that...
If he determined, then he determined.
I want to know when this will be over.
If you mean when will Chernobyl be completely safe, the half-life of plutonium-239 is 24,000 years, so perhaps we should just say not within our lifetimes.
I thought he was being a good dude and like telling him like whatever the scientist dude wants, give it to him. Nick Minute.
I think you and I should take a walk.
He's not happy, eh? He reckons he's making his own judgment calls and stuff.
What is it you want? An apology? I'm gonna sit back and...
What will happen to our boys?
Which boys? The divers.
Divers, the firefighters, the men in the control room.
This will be interesting.
What does the radiation do to them, precisely?
Oh, the level some of them were exposed. Ionizing radiation tears the cellular structure apart. The skin blisters, turns red and black. This is followed by a latency period. The immediate effects subside. The patient appears to be recovering. Healthy even, but they aren't. This usually only lasts for a day or two.
Continue.
Then the cellular damage begins to manifest. The bone marrow dies.
Shit. That's what makes you read on white blood cells.
The organs and soft tissue begin to decompose. The arteries and veins spill open like sieves.
Shit.
Where you can't even administer morphine for the pain, which is unimaginable.
Give me a bullet.
Days to 3 weeks, you're dead. That is what will happen to those boys.
And what about us?
Well, we've gotten a steady dose, but not as much of it. Not strong enough to kill the cells, but consistent enough to damage our DNA. So, in time, cancer or aplastic anemia, either way, fatal.
Imagine going for the rest of your life knowing that you're going to get cancer at some point.
As it would seem, we'll have got enough easy then. But Harry.
Shit, I can't believe their like veins and arteries and shit become sieves and just leak blood everywhere.
I've seen them before.
Now you know why I wanted to take a walk. You can presume the work site is bugged. And our rooms, even our bathrooms.
They've been here the whole time.
Gotta be KGB then, right?
Whole time. But if we're seeing them out in the open now, it's because they want us to know.
The fuel is melting faster than we expected.
I know. I have a plan.
Heat exchanger, I hope.
Yes.
This chick's pretty onto it, eh?
There's something I wanted to ask you, comrade, but I see you're already asking yourself the same question.
Why did it explode? I've worked the numbers over and over, presuming the worst possible conditions in an RBMK reactor. And I always get the same answer.
Which is?
It's not possible.
And yet,
It happened. It happened somehow.
not on paper. Everyone who was in the control room, Dyatlov, Akimov, Totanov, they're all in Moscow. Hospital number 6. We need to find out exactly what happened that night. Moment by moment.
Send you on a bit of an information mission, eh?
Go now, while they're still alive. Talk to them. Because if we don't find out how this happened, it will happen again.
But you figure that the Russians would already be doing that, right? Talking to the people that survived. Especially if they're feeling healthy in the hospital for the next couple of days. It's probably the only time you could actually full on do it properly.
Fuck you. Here's one. What's as big as a house? Burns 20 liters of fuel every hour. Puts out a shitload of smoke and noise. And cuts an apple into 3 pieces.
What?
A Soviet machine made to cut apples into 4 pieces!
They must be like coal miners, right? Something to do with soot anyway.
Who's in charge here?
I'm the crew chief.
I'm Shadov, Minister of Coal Industries.
We know who you are.
How many men do you have?
On this shift, 45 here, 100 in total.
I need all 100 men to gather their equipment and get on the trucks.
For what?
To where?
That's classified.
Come on, then. Start shooting. You haven't got enough bullets for all of us. Kill as many as you can. Whoever's
Probably
left,
do, to be honest.
they'll beat the living piss out of each of you.
Especially if it's 30 clip per mag. 2 guns, that's 60 bullets or 45
This
people.
is our mine. We don't leave unless we know why.
You're going to Chernobyl. You're going to Chernobyl.
It's crazy,
Do
yeah.
you know
Like,
what's
they wouldn't
happened
even
there?
want to tell them that they were going there. They're just going to put them
They
in
got
trucks.
coal, not bodies.
The reactor fuel is going to sink into the ground and poison the water from Kiev to the Black Sea. All of it. Forever, they say.
And they just look at people like the expendable, eh? Right on his suit too, his flash new suit. You know they're doing it on purpose too.
Now you look like the Minister of Coal.
Every single one of them too. Ooh. Bro's out here getting that Freddy Krueger skin.
I told you not to touch it. It's not safe.
Fuck yeah.
They touch you.
Imagine what her lips will look like in a week.
Safe for them, it's safe for me.
She's a ride or die though. Gotta give her that.
Where are the others?
They took them to a special room. They won't tell me where.
Wouldn't be surprised.
Where they go?
It's bad, eh? That's what that dude was talking about though, he'd get blisters on his skin. Total bullshit though, he went to that fire to save lives. Next minute, look at him now.
I'm not eating that shit. Give me something else.
I'm not a nurse, Comrade Dyatlov.
Man, these people need like milkshakes or something, eh? It'd be so hard for them to chew.
Nuclear physicist. Unless you happen to have a butter and caviar sandwich on you. You can get the fuck out of my room.
Butter and caviar, butter and fish eggs, what the hell? They just need to take these people outside and shoot them. There's nothing you can do for them. I think if that was me, I'd volunteer to get 360 quick scoped. Tell you what though, the Russians have no shortage of people that volunteer to do this type of stuff either. Whole lot of patriotism there. Gotta give them that.
What? I'm not good at this, Boris. The lying.
I feel like this dude wants to break rank and start like telling people the truth, but he knows he'll probably die for it.
Advise, tell the truth.
Especially if they're getting followed by the KGB and stuff already.
I see everything.
Andrei Glukov, crew chief.
Do these work? To an extent.
Of course.
So what's the job?
We need to install a liquid nitrogen heat exchanger underneath this concrete pad. There's no way to approach from the interior of the building, so you have to get at it from underground.
And what's above the pad?
If that's who the
Core
core
of the
is.
nuclear reactor. It's
Yeah.
just melting down.
What, like?
Potentially.
Is it gonna fall on top of us?
Not if you're done within 6 weeks.
Dimensions?
Can they survive for 6 weeks under that ground?
Break ground here. Dig a tunnel 150 meters to here. Excavate a space 30 by 30 meters for the heat exchanger. Because we need to keep disruption of the ground above to a minimum, you can't use any heavy machinery. It has to be done by hand.
We're gonna need more men. 400 at least. We'll have to work round the clock. How deep do you want this tunnel? 6 meters?
12.
12? Why?
For your protection. At that depth, you'll be shielded from much of the radiation.
The entrance to the tunnel won't be 12 meters below ground.
No.
And we're not 12 meters below ground now.
No. We're not.
We have some equipment here on site. More will arrive by midnight. We can start in the morning.
No. We start now. I don't want my men here one more second than they need to be. If these worked, you'd be wearing them.
Onto it.
Are they all like that?
They're all like that.
So that's how tunnels are built. Got a bit of a cone around it to protect the earth from dropping on them while they dig straight. That soil would be deadly though, eh?
What's it up to?
50 degrees.
It's pretty hot.
Fuck. Hey! Hey, you! We need fans.
For what purpose?
What do you mean for what purpose? To dig your fucking tunnel, that's why. Who's talking to you?
Oh, comrades.
It's 50 degrees in there. We can't breathe without masks. We can't breathe with the masks. It's like a fucking oven. We need ventilation.
Fans will put dust in the air. The dust will go in your lungs.
I've been breathing dust in my lungs for 20 years.
Not this dust.
Yeah, not radioactive dust though.
For your own good. No fans.
I like this dude though, he's pretty solid. Wow, they look gone.
My name is Olano Homyok. I'm a nuclear physicist with the Chernobyl Commission. I want you to tell me everything that happened on the night of the accident.
I wouldn't be surprised if he couldn't even talk. It'd be bloody sore to talk with those lips.
I want to tell.
All right. Your official title was...
My name is Leonid Fedorovich Toptonov. And I am the senior reactor control chief engineer at Chernobyl nuclear power plant.
Senior engineer. How old are you?
I'm 25.
Shit. 25 and he's already looking like he's cooked. That's their arteries and blood vessels that they're talking about. They become liquefied. Man, that's so bad.
Have you been here this whole time?
No one said I should leave.
I did. 30 minutes, I said.
Well, where have you been? When he's in pain. And his sores stick to his gown when he soils himself 5 times a night. I've been looking after him. Where have you been?
I've been in the north and west wing, where there are dozens of patients from Chernobyl exactly like him. It isn't safe for you
He's
here.
my husband.
Not anymore. He's something else now, do you understand?
He's something else now, what the hell?
Go home. Please.
It won't take much longer. I don't want him to die alone.
Stay on the other side of the plastic. Or I'll have you removed by security.
Don't go in, the doctor just said not to, or the nurse. Already breaking the rules. Oh my god, look at his skin, he's turning black. And he looks see-through.
I think I dream. He's gone.
Wow.
We're gonna have a baby.
Oh, his fingernails and stuff will probably come off, eh, holding your hand. What a way to go, what a punishment.
The fire's out. It's out, Valera. The miners are making incredible progress. They say the whole job will be finished in 4 weeks.
So the power level jumped from 200 to 400 megawatts.
Yes. Very fast.
Why didn't you initiate an emergency shutdown? Why didn't you press the AZ5 button?
We did. I reported the increase to Akimov, and he pressed the button.
Leonid, that's not possible.
He did. I swear. I saw him do it. And that's when it exploded.
What?
Oh man, just shoot me. If that was me, just shoot me, man.
I pressed it.
1 second, all over.
Before.
Look at this dude's feet.
I shut it down. I pressed AZ5.
Thank you, Comrade Akimov.
I did everything right.
You know, no one's hesitating to give the information either. Definitely don't want it happening again. And she's pregnant too.
Get out of here. Let me go. Let me go. Stop it. Stop it!
You let her in that room, inside the plastic, touching him. Did you know she's pregnant?
It's not true.
What have you done? What kind of a place is this? Where is her protection? Do you have any idea what you're dealing with?
Of course I do. Please, I don't...
No. People are going to hear about this.
Wait.
People are going to hear. Do you understand? Everyone is going to hear.
What is everyone going to hear?
I'm with the official Chernobyl Commission. I've been authorized by Valery Legasov. You can check this. My name is Ulana.
We know who you are.
Gotta be KGB, right?
Gonna hear.
But they'll probably kill her to keep the information safe.
After thousands of sorties, our brave helicopter crews successfully extinguished the fire. The miners are working heroically to ensure that the fuel does not reach the groundwater, and furthermore, there's no longer a threat of additional explosion. The Soviet people have faced the challenge and risen to the task, and they and everyone in this room are to be commended. Lastly, Professor Legasov and I have been vigilant to protect the security interests of the state. And since the unfortunate release of information directly following the accident, we believe that there has been no further lapse. Comrade Charkov, we hope we have lived up to the highest standards of the KGB.
You have.
Thank you. Professor Legasov will now speak about the work that remains.
Thank you. Deputy Chairman Shabina has given you the good news, and it is good. The immediate danger is over. Now I'm afraid a long war must begin. There is an enormous amount of radioactive debris and contamination spread out across a zone of approximately 2,600 square kilometers. This entire region must be completely evacuated. We must go to every town, every village to ensure this. All animals still surviving within the zone, whether domesticated or wild, must be presumed contaminated and will have to be destroyed to prevent the spread of radiation and disease.
People aren't gonna like that. You ain't gonna come to my house and kill my dog.
Every rock, every tree, the very ground itself has absorbed a dangerous amount of radionuclides, which will be carried by the wind and the rain if left exposed. So we will have to raise entire forests. We will have to rip up the top layer of earth and bury it under itself, approximately 100 square kilometers.
Yeah, so much to good luck with that.
We need to construct a containment structure around the power plant itself, which will, of course, still be extremely... There will be deaths.
What amount of time? And how many men do you require?
We expect this liquidation effort to take 3 years and approximately 750,000 men, including a number of doctors and structural engineers.
How many deaths?
Thousands. Perhaps tens of thousands.
Begin at once.
Yes, Professor?
My associate was arrested last night.
Oh?
I mean no disrespect, but I was wondering if you could tell me why.
I'm sorry, I don't know who you're talking about.
She was arrested by the KGB. You are the first deputy chairman of the KGB.
I am. That's why I don't have to bother with arresting people anymore.
But you are bothering with having us followed.
I think the deputy chairman is busy.
No. It's perfectly understandable. Comrade, I know you've heard the stories about us. When I hear them, even I am shocked. But we are not what people say. Yes, people are following you. People are following those people. And you see them?
They're
They
following
follow
him.
me. The KGB is a circle of accountability, nothing more.
You know the work we're doing here. You really don't trust us.
Of course I do. But you know the old Russian proverb, trust but verify. And the Americans think that Ronald Reagan thought that up. Can you imagine? It was very nice speaking with him.
I need her.
So you will be accountable for her? Then it's done.
Her name?
I know who she is. Good day, Professor.
Do you think the fuel will actually melt through the concrete pad?
I don't know. 40% chance, maybe.
I said 50. Either way, the numbers mean the same thing, maybe.
How thick's this concrete pad?
Even the miners I've told to dig under the reactor will save millions of lives. Maybe I'm killing them for nothing. I don't want to do.
So all those miners are gonna die.
I want to stop.
Even when he said, like, if you dig 10 meters under it or whatever, you'll be safe.
I don't think you have a choice any more than I do. I think despite the stupidity, the lies, even this, you are compelled. The problem has been assigned and you will stop at nothing until you find an answer, because that is who you are.
Did you know that they were running a safety test? There's something else. Akimov says they shut the reactor down, and Toptonov confirms it. They pressed AZ-5.
Apparently not soon enough.
No. They say Akimov pressed AZ-5, and then the reactor exploded. If it had been just one of them, I would have put it down to faulty memory or delusion even, but they both agreed. They were adamant. I believed them.
So it's something in the shutdown process that makes shit blow up.
Every possibility, no matter how unlikely, no matter what or who is to blame.
I'll go back to the hospital and re-interview Akimov and Toptonov. If they're still awake.
They're not.
Homyuk.
Иван Яковлевич Бутягин. Юрий Сергеевич Матвеев.
Or is it a big recruitment drive?
Павел Михайлович Ефремов.
This will be for that 750,000 men or whatever they said that they needed, right? They'll be taking them from the already infected zone, right? Yeah, I bet she's feeling ill being in that room and kissing his body and stuff with her lips. Kid's probably gonna be born with like 6 arms and 4 legs. That radioactive that the bloody welding the coffin shut. And didn't they look different on the hospital beds? Concrete trucks as well. Definitely seal them in. It's crazy to think that they're welding them in, they're pouring concrete all over them, and yet they had like those nurses and stuff around them the whole time, eh? If they were that radioactive.